Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I'm the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Before I get into this particular video, I want to remind you guys to check out my book. It's called The Dating Game: How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's on CreateSpace, Amazon, and now you can download it for less than $8 on Kindle. So go ahead and do that. Whether you're happily married or in a relationship, this would be a great gift to give to your single girlfriend. Alright, don't just be blessed. Be a blessing, alright? Let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Let's go get them. I'm 22 years old, and even though I'm young, I'm a long-term relationship type of person because I only date men that I can see a future with. I recently met a guy who I am convinced is the one. As cliche as that sounds, I know that's how I feel. The problem began when he told me that his female best friend really wanted to meet me and that she's always had a thing for him and still does, but he friend-zoned her and now they're strictly friends and she has a boyfriend. At first I was hesitant to meet her because he warned me that she was the jealous type and that she might act up, but he made her promise to behave. Girl, what's going on here? I hate drama, do you? But I agreed to meet her because he wanted me to. Anyways, long story short, when I met her, it was totally awkward and she was throwing shade at me the entire time. I tried to play it cool even though I felt like I was being bullied, and I believe in killing people with kindness. After the incident, I was really upset, but he repeatedly apologized. He told me that he would drop her if I asked him to, but I didn't want to feel like I was coming between their friendship. Fast forward a few months later, she told him that her boyfriend had cheated on her and she was completely torn. I could sympathize with her, but she was taking up all of his time and attention because she needed comforting, and that was really getting to me. I'm always open and honest with him, so I told him that, and he told me that he was trying to be a good friend. To make matters worse, he told me that she had been pushing the friendship boundaries lately, but he keeps telling me that his heart belongs to me and that, I'll have to go ahead and summarize it from here. Basically, she kept saying, okay, this is a lot for a friend. She asked him eventually, like, look, did you guys ever have a relationship where you were ever intimate with her? And then he confesses that when they first got together, that they were in fact intimate. And, over time, they are friends now, but the girl keeps pursuing him, and the writer of the letter basically wants to know, what should she do? The thing about it is, this is exactly why I talked about, especially in my last video, about how you have to ask the proper questions up front. And I even said in that video this: if he seems like he has a lot of female friends, why can't you ask him, have you ever dated any of these women? Because they seem awfully friendly and you have a lot of female friends. Have you ever dated any of them? Stop assuming things and stop giving men these excuses. I would much rather say he lied to me than say I never asked. If you see something that doesn't add up to you, why can't you ask? Why can't you say, well, I know you said y'all broke up, but she's calling your phone a lot. Like, what's really going on here? You guys are awfully close. You never dated her, did you? She kind of gave me a weird look when I told her that we were dating. It kind of made me feel like there might have been something between the two of you. Was there ever something between the two of you at one point? I'm always leery of a man who has way too many good girlfriends, because typically when a man puts a girl in a friend zone, it's because for some reason he sees her as a sister, but she's not his sister. Okay? At any point that can change. At any point he can start to see her in a romantic way. And the fact that he was intimate with her at one point means that at one point he did. Clearly they're friends because they get along really well. So you're talking about somebody who he's physically attracted to enough to sleep with, somebody who he gets along with, somebody who he talks to all the time, somebody that he comforts all the time. Like, she could possibly be his girlfriend if it weren't for you standing in the way. Like, I don't think that they're just friends. I think that this kind of push and pull, this give and take that they have, they seem to enjoy it. He loves the idea that she really wants him and she's relentlessly pursuing him and all that. Like, he likes all this attention. Regardless of what he's telling you, regardless of what you think, he likes the fact that there are not one, but two women who want him. It's because if he really didn't want the drama, then he would say, you know what, you're causing a lot of problems in my relationship and I can't hang out with you anymore. We can't be friends anymore. He went on to say in this letter that, she wants to get drunk with him and all that. I think the reason why to get over her ex, the reason why she wants to get drunk with him is because she wants an excuse. She wants to blame it on the alcohol for really just doing what she already wants to do when she's plain sober. Like, if they get drunk together so she can quote unquote get over her ex, all they're gonna do is say that they were so drunk that they ended up sleeping together and that's not what they meant to do. Like, I can see this coming from a mile away, and I hope that you can too. This is all a ploy. The both of them are in this together. I don't believe their relationship is as innocent as he's trying to make it seem. I think that every chance she gets, she's pushing up on him. She's talking bad about you. You said she's so bold and so brazen. She's like flirting with your man in front of you, and he's allowing all of this, told her to behave. If that's how she acts in front of you, you can only imagine how she acts when you're not around. Regardless of what he's telling you, in some way I believe that he is encouraging this behavior. Even if the fact that he's still continuing to entertain her, knowing how she makes his girlfriend feel. Like the fact that you don't mean enough to him for him to volunteer and let that relationship end. That's my clear indication to me that there's something more to it. Like I said, they've already been intimate. They have a very great relationship. They talk back and forth. I'm sure he was there for her when she was with her boyfriend. Like, she is pursuing your man, but she's not even being covert about it. You said she was throwing shade at you right there in front of your face. And he can't get her to behave. Like, she wants your man. He has to care for her because this is gonna ruin your relationship. When you realize that somebody else, your man would rather spend more time with somebody else or doesn't care how you feel about his relationship with somebody else, especially if he's a female, that's an indication to me that something's wrong there. That there's more than just friends there. That there's feelings involved. I feel like he's manipulating the situation, and he's manipulating both of you because he's making you feel like, look, I don't know why she keeps pushing after me. I keep telling her no. I keep telling her I only have eyes for you. But then he's got to be telling her a different story. He's got to be. But even the fact that he's still talking to her it makes her feel like she has a chance. If she could just push you out of the way, then they can finally be together. She is not going to stop. She is sabotaging your relationship, but she's doing so with his permission. If you continue this relationship, you're going to have to realize that you're always going to come behind her because he doesn't even care enough for you to say, you know what, I can't let this destructive person stay in my relationship. His homegirl is a weed in your love garden, okay? Either she plucks it out or you do. But to me, I'm not a big fan of ultimatums. I'm not a big fan of, if you want to be with me, you need to tell her. Like, no, I'm not going to tell you to tell some other woman anything. Like, you need to volunteer and do that without me even having to encourage you. You need to say, you know what, I'm not going to risk what I have with her for her. So she got to go. Like, the fact that he hasn't made that move means to me that I feel like he likes the attention. He loves the idea of having both of you really want him. He loves having all this. This is nothing but strokes to his ego. That no matter how many times he tells her no, she keeps coming back. And he knows that he can have her anytime that he wants her because he's made it clear to him, to you, and everybody else that she's ready, she's willing, and she's able. Like, I think it's all about him. I don't want to ruin their friendship. What about ruining your relationship with him? Forget their friendship. Like, if you say you only want to be with people who you see a future with. Well, if he's ever going to be your husband, she can't be in the picture. So that's already, like, you're contradicting yourself. Your relationship with him should trump everything. How will he ever be able to stand with you and stand holding your hand in the sight of God and family and everybody else and say they're forsaking all others, but he can't even forsake old girl right now? He's got to be there to comfort her. Like, she don't have no other friends? She don't have no homegirl she can count on? So she's his best friend? Really? The best friend that he once slept with? Like, no. Like, he likes all this attention. And it feeds in his ego that you both are so willing to let him do whatever he wants to do. And then he gets to play the victim and say, I don't know what's going on. I don't encourage her. She wouldn't be hanging around, sniffing around, doing all this if he didn't encourage her. I can only imagine what those conversations are like when it's just the two of them. She's sending him provocative, flirty things. And then him saying that she's pushing the friendship boundaries. Well, why is he saying all that? And he still, after he says she's pushing the friendship boundaries, then why did he continue to be with her? Why wouldn't he say, you know what, you're not respecting my relationship. So friend and no friend, I can't be with you. He's not saying that to her because he likes it. He appreciates it. It makes him feel like he is the man. He doesn't want her to stop because he enjoys it. The only person who's annoyed by the situation is you. And you being annoyed by it, you being put off by it, you being frustrated by it, doesn't bother him at all. Not in the slightest. Because if it really did, he would say, you know what? She promised to behave. He told her that she had to behave, and you know that she's the jealous type. Girl, do you know what you're saying? Like, when you wrote this down, did you read it for yourself? What you mean your man's best friend is the jealous type, and she's been known to act up, and he had to make her promise to behave? Like, doesn't that seem inappropriate to you? What kind of friendship is that? What kind of, I don't care what female friend my husband has, or whoever, my boyfriend, whoever has. What you mean she's jealous? Jealous of what? She knows you're mine, right? Like, what is she jealous of? She doesn't know that you're mine. She doesn't know that you're his because behind closed doors, he's giving her some encouragement. You got to know that. So anyway, I hope this video has helped you. You guys be sure to thumbs up if you enjoyed. Also tell her in the comment section your comments, what do you guys think of this particular situation? And if you enjoy my love and relationship advice videos, check out my playlist, and also be sure to pick up my book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's on CreateSpace, Amazon, and now available in Kindle. I love you guys, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.